Passionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series.
The company that has remained steadfast and kept the right principles. The company headed toward the world with the right principles. The company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, is a global multi-level marketing company with a presence across the globe. Surpassing 2.2 trillion Korean won in global sales and with a global membership of 15 million, Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be its top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices, Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products, such as health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, home appliances, and more. Atomy Hemohim surpassed 2 trillion Korean won in cumulative sales, ranked #1 in domestic health functional food exports. With 19 international patents for a single product, it is forging a unique history in the realm of health functional foods. Absolute Skincare, which has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. Absolute Cell Active Skincare received King Sejong Award from the Korean Intellectual Property Office in 2021 for the first time in the cosmetics industry and was selected as world-class product for next generation, selected by Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy in 2022. Atomy practices customer-centered management in all its business activities, and such efforts were recognized by the acquisition of its customer-centered management certification for 3 consecutive years, which is a unique accomplishment in the industry. Starting with the US branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company that opened 26 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. In 2023, Atomy opened its EU branch and has plans for global expansion with a focus on Africa, Latin America, and emerging markets. Atomy's GSGS strategy, which stands for Global Sourcing Global Sales, allows the supply of products that align with the absolute quality and absolute price philosophy through Atomy's global sales network. Atomy's success system, in which the company runs all seminars, allows any member to succeed regardless of individual ability. This is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. As the next generation broadcaster bridging online and offline realms, the Success Seminar manifests Atomy's vision for members worldwide. It presents a vision of global success that transcends time and space by merging business and culture. The ACT project has been initiated to cultivate global leaders and empower our active members around the world. Atomy is dedicated to providing full support for fostering global business activities. To achieve absolute quality and absolute price, and to ensure commitment to quality from its partners, Atomy provides various support measures for partnering companies, such as cash payment within 1 week from delivery, interest-free operating fund loans, and joint quality management systems, among others. These create a culture of accompanied growth. Atomy strives to minimize its environmental impact across all business activities through policies like transitioning products to zero plastic and introducing eco-friendly smart packaging solutions, with the goal of becoming a global eco-friendly leader. Sharing is a mission that all companies must fulfill. As a result of its consistent annual giving for the last 3 years, Atomy has secured the #1 rank in the distribution industry for donations as a percentage of revenue among the top 500 companies in the country. As a result, it has earned various government awards and certifications, including the Government Award for Sustainable Management, Good Donor Award, Family Friendly Company, and Great Place to Work career. Atomy's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of all members of society. Wherever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united to support happiness for all. The company that holds true to its principles while creating a new distribution culture. The company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. The company that dreams of customer success while moving beyond customer satisfaction. The company that cherishes the spirit. We are Proud Atomy.
All right, Atomian. Okay, let's stop that from coming. Okay. Good evening, Atomians. Indeed, we are Proud Atomy.
Good evening, Pastor Edward.
Hey, Dr. Val. Yeah.
Good to
Hope
see you.
y'all are staying warm up there. It's kind of cold down
Very
here.
cold. Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, we're warming up. We're doing our best indoors.
Fantastic. Definitely. Well, we got some we're hoping for some hot testimonies to warm us up on this evening. And I had made a special request, but before Dr. Kennedy does her testimony, and but you know what? I better catch Dr. Kennedy because I know she was busy, so I need to
I'm
let her go.
coming.
I need to let her go
I'm
first.
moving out. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
Yeah, see, she be moving. She be moving. I really want her to share her spontaneous, uh, action. You know, she was like, dun, 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 Wonder Woman. She had to turn into Wonder Woman right quick and do her thing. And we all should always, be close
Okay,
to
now
these
can you hear
hungry
me?
brother. Hey, I can hear you, Wonder
Okay,
Woman.
hi. Hi,
Hey, Dr.
everybody.
Kennedy.
I am so excited about Atomy. It is marvelous. I've been getting so many testimonies from my friends who've been sharing the product with their friends and colleagues and patients. But one of my testimonies I want to tell you about, I was at Applebee's. It was about 4 days ago with my friend. And this guy, he was just walking. He was the waiter and he was limping. So I said, "Is there something wrong with your foot?" And he was like, "How you know?" I said, "Because you're limping." And he said, "Yes, I have gout." So I said, "Did you take any blood work to let you know that you have, gout?" He said when he was younger, they diagnosed him with gout. And he said he was in a lot of pain. So I said, "You know how painful gout is? I heard if you just put a sheet on um the part, your toe or whatever, the part that whatever, your body that has gout, that you feel extreme pain." And he was like, yes, I'm in extreme pain. I said, bless your heart. I admire you because you're working in pain because you have to work to make your money. And so I said, let me give you this hemo him. I gave him the hemo him. I was eating my food. 30 minutes later, this guy ran up to my table. He said, what did you give me? He said, what did you give me? And my friend just goofy. He said, she gave you liquid crack. And I said, no, 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 no. I gave you some hemo him. And I was telling him about, how describing hemo him and how it helps fix your immune system and, cleanses your blood and um modulates your metabolism. And he was like, wow, this is amazing. Where can I get this stuff? Where? And he was so excited. He said, I cannot believe this. And so what I did, I gave him another packet for free. And then I had another packet. My friend took it. I was like, why did you take his packet? I wanted him to take 3. But later on, he said, well, how can I get it? So I said, fill out this job form. He filled out my job form. And right then and there, I got his phone number and I texted him the code and I went on and put his information in. Now I have a consumer. So later on, like 2 days, I just wanted to follow up with him to see because he did not purchase. So he's about to move and he said, I need some now. So what I did was he asked me where was I. So I was on County Road and he was on Boulder Crest, so that's like 5 minutes away. He said, give me a box. So he bought some from me and it's history, but he's about to move to Texas. So hopefully, he's going to I want him to be a distributor, but right now I'm so elated that his testimony that he feels so good. I did not know him worked instantly like that. And I told him, I said, you know what? You got pain. Before you leave, let me get some toothpaste. Because when my leg was hurting, I take the toothpaste and I rub it on my leg um, in the bathtub, and then I just wash it off. And I was like, this pain gone. And so I love that toothpaste. I love the toothpaste, the Heme on Him. All Adamant products are phenomenal. I take mine daily, religiously, especially Heme on Him. I was taking 1 packet a day at first. Then I said, maybe I need to take 2. Because they said, just take 2 just to, prevent, for maintenance. So you won't catch anything, fight off all the free radicals, because it's an antioxidant too, a superfruit. So I started realizing, I started taking 3 or 4. And people like, oh, what you doing? What you taking? What you taking? You have so much energy and stuff. And then I told y'all I had went through a depression one time. And so, and I found out I'm pre-diabetic. So then I started really getting serious because one time I was just walking and my leg gave out and I was like in a lot of pain. So I took a piece of candy and I said, some of y'all got some candy or some peppermint because they always say peppermint is equivalent to tramadol. So somebody gave me a peppermint and a few minutes later I was like, oh, I started walking and stuff and everything. And this lady was like, I said, you know what? I told nurse, peppermint equivalent to tramadol. I said, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because she said your sugar dropped. And I said, oh, shucks. Pre-diabetic, diabetes, getting close like that would do that to you. So, I've been up in my hemo him and everything. And now I feel great. Everybody like, what you doing? I take 4 hemo him. Sometimes I take 5 because I listened to the pastor. Pastor said, why go bear hunting with the switch? Because I be trying to tell these people, like they'll say, I need to take 1 or 2, but you have a chronic condition. You may have stage 3 cancer or stage 4. And then a lot of these people, they want to go to their doctors and their doctors telling them, some of them say, we got to research it. And some of them start taking it, some of them don't. But I tell people, why not take this? Because it's a superfruit. You eat an apple every day. You got to eat oranges. You got to eat your vegetables. This is not medicine. It's a superfruit, a whole superfruit. It's going to make you better. And I'm so grateful for it. Him on him is my best friend. So him on him. And I sometimes do the noni. Noni is okay with me, but when I take them together, but I know that him on him. But they all work. I'm not going. I'm telling you, they all work. And now I don't have that neuropathy that I was having because you get neuropathy from different things. You have it from diabetes. You get neuropathy from your lower back. From having high cholesterol. A lot of things causes neuropathy. So sometimes you may have more than one. You just gotta find out, get blood work done, and find out where are you having these problems. And so make sure that you eat right, lose weight, because you want to stay healthy because it's all wholeness. So if you're just taking in superfruit and you're not working out, you still having these problems because you still need to make sure you pumping the blood to your heart, staying fit, and you want to make sure your mental is good too, because if you stressed out all the time, you're going to release this cortisol. Cortisol is just going to attack your body, and stress can kill you. And so you just want to make sure that, you work out to release those endorphins and feel good, and try to lose the weight, because some people, I get some patients sometimes, and they will have back pain, and they'll be like overweight. So I have to tell them, hey, some of them say, oh, I want to get this. They may have a disc bulge or a disc herniation, and they want to have surgery. And sometimes they don't be that bad. Where I say the orthopedics may tell them they need surgery, but I say sometimes, lose the weight, because sometimes it be about money. Now, sometimes they might need surgery. Like if I see somebody with lower back pain, they saying they have loss of bladder control, then I would recommend it then. If they have neck pain or disc bulges, and they dropping objects, I'll probably say, hey, go and you probably have to have surgery. But some of these people be having disc bulges, and they can be manageable. You could do exercises that you could do to help them go in, and they can go away. Herniated discs, a lot of people walking around with disc bulges, herniated discs. Some are symptomatic, some are asymptomatic. But it can be manageable. So you just want to
Some,
make sure you.
yeah, excuse me, Dr. Kennedy. Somebody need to know more about that on this evening. The reason why I say that, what products that will, help in that area right there.
That plant-based calcium works
Plant-based
wonders.
calcium. Okay. Okay.
D3, the
Okay.
hemo
D3.
hem. If you
Him.
want to
Okay.
take the noni, that's good for it too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I'm telling you, plant-based calcium works
Right.
wonders.
Right. And then I hope y'all wrote that down now. Come on now. You got to remember that.
And then
Somebody's
too,
gonna
my joints, I'm not gonna lie, I was having problems with my joints, and I noticed when I had started taking the plant-based calcium, I was able to raise my arm up, more with more range of motion. And I saw, the D3, they said, when you take the plant-based calcium, you have to incorporate it with the D3. Just like when you take iron, you want to make sure you take the vitamin C. But yes, make sure you do your exercises, because you want to be happy. You release endorphins. You want to feel good. You want to eat right. Take these supplements, because they really do work. They really work. They really work. But just
interesting.
don't be taking these supplements and you gonna eat fried chicken every day, and cupcakes and donuts and stuff. It's
Right.
okay to have that, but in moderation. So just make sure you get your green leafy vegetables, and drink your water, and work out, mind, body, and soul. It works as a whole. And take these supplements. We Atomy supplements, the vitamin C, the hemohem, the probiotics. Oh my goodness. Because, if you take probiotics and digestive enzymes together, it will flan your stomach, especially if you take the digestive enzymes after you eat. And plus, we have the apple thenon too. That's good. And we
Right.
found out that's even good for mental. Taking the apple thina, and just think about it, because they have all those apples in there. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. So just
Okay.
be cautious of what you eat, do the right thing, spread the word about HemoHim and the products that you're doing, and get everybody healthy. Let's get healthy together, healthy and wealthy.
Right.
Let's make money with this too. Once you pass that HemoHim, everybody say this, and then they're going, oh, where did you get that from? Let me sign up. Let me sign up. Oh, now she's walking better. Wow, his blood pressure went down. And my friend, her husband in the hospital. So we put him on a protocol. He has cancer. And so he has a cancer that they said, T-cell lymphoma is no cure to skin cancer. But we've been giving him HemoHim. He takes like 6 packs a day. And the doctor told her, we thought he was going to be dead by now. If
Wow.
she was like, we say, no, he not. When it's God's time, God sent him some him.
Hooray for the
So
hemo him.
true. Yeah, for the
Hooray.
him. So they were in the hospital not too long ago, and she told me his blood pressure went up to 230. So that's stroke level. So she said, you know what she did? She said, what I always do, she's in the business. That's Dr. Smith. She's a chiropractor, and her husband, he has cancer. So the doctor left the room and she gave him a pack of him. Their blood pressure went from 230 to 135 in, like, I'm not going to kid you, like 20 minutes. And they were like,
Wow.
whoa. She said, if they're not going to do their job, I'm going to intervene. So she's already told them that before, because he was adamant when they first got cancer about taking it. And then I have another patient, my friend, she met him at the casino, and she told him, he said he had this kidney problems. He had kidney disease and stage 4 kidney disease. So she told him about me, and so I told him about the him. He was adamant about it. So he told his nephrologist about it, and his nephrologist say, man, at this point, it don't matter what you take. So now he purchased him from me. He's been lab work. He said he doesn't have any pain anymore. This guy calls me all the time, talking about, oh, wow, I'm so happy. Now he's been telling his friends. Now they've been buying a lot for their friends and, who's having these conditions. So it's all about helping people, getting them off these medications, because, like, when you're taking these medications, some of them have side effects. Now, we're not tell a person, if you go take the him, you've been taking your blood pressure medicine, don't get directly off of it. You want to monitor your blood pressure, and then you may want to decrease. When you take the him, you just want to just monitor and just keep on monitoring, and then let your doctor know that, hey, this is working for me and I'm getting better. And this is my blood pressure I've been recording. And so, yeah, go from there. Make the statement, be the example, and just keep praying to mind, body, and soul. And let's get healthy, wealthy, and let's do this. Because we all going to be imperial masters together. No one left behind.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
My. I want to piggyback on something. And now, okay, now, Dr. Dion, why did it, this guy, he was working on his feet and everything.
Mhm.
You would think a person would have to go lay down, prop their feet up or something like that, but he
Yeah.
couldn't stop working. How is it that him still work while you putting pressure on them?
Well, I mean, if you don't move, then you're gonna lose, right? So, and
Oh,
you're over,
okay.
so you're
Motion is
moving.
lotion.
So he was still continuously moving, but and then at that point, his body was probably, thermogenically still warming. He's still walking, and though it was uncomfortable, he still had to work, but he was able to still move and allow the pathways to stay open so that the hemohim can make it to where it needed to go. So, um,
Glad it
and with
worked out for that young man. Hold on.
and with that being said, I mean, every day we make choices that's going to shape our life story. And so Dr. Kennedy, thank you so much, because you hit a lot of points here. And I'm not going to keep y'all too long because I know Pastor has an amazing video. But what I wanted to bring out was a little bit on the gout, because I heard the testimony before. So, I'll most likely leave that gout protocol. But she hit on some other things that really touched me. And a lot of people are on pharmaceuticals. And so I just want people to be very, very mindful that already most of everybody in the US are nutrient deficient. Okay. So, and when you're taking, 3 or more pharmaceuticals, you're extremely nutrient deficient. And so that's why you'll see these protocols saying, hey, you take 4, 6, 5, whatever. Again, it's not a one size fit all. So, but just know, just in a whole, we're already nutrient deficient. And some of the common things that we're deficient in is the vitamin D, is the B12, is the folate. And then the minerals is the iron, the magnesium, the calcium. So you just want to be mindful that we're already deficient. So if you're living a lifestyle that is already compromising your health, and you are also taking pharmaceuticals or even over the counter things, that you are really deficient. And so we want to, for one, try to get some of these minerals and these vitamins through our food. So eating clean, eating a whole food, even if you eat, protein, staying away, especially with the gout, staying away from a lot of red meat or organ meats and, seafood, things like that. You can have it in moderation, but just cutting back on some of those things. But then also being mindful that if you have some of these contributing factors, that you're going to want to supplement even more than you would naturally. And especially right now, it's cold. Of course, the sun is popping its head out a little bit, but we're already vitamin D deficient. So you definitely want to be supplementing with that. And that's just really what touched me through what Dr. Kennedy was saying. I was going to go in a little bit deeper on some of the nutrient deficiencies, which we could do on another call. But I'll give you just a few before Pastor shows the video. And then I don't know if the chat was enabled, but I can put that gout protocol. But say, like, if you're deficient in iron, you may be tired, or your hands may be cold, your feet may be cold. Things like this, you're going to your physician or your practitioner, and you're stressing these. But because we don't base it off of symptoms and we're trying to find the root cause, it could be that you're iron deficient. So somebody that is B12 deficient, you may still experience some of that fatigue as well, or you may be weak, or you may feel a little neuropathy, like you have pins and needles in your hands and feet, or you may have some memory concerns, or your tongue may be swollen or sore. And other people, oh, maybe you ate something or you're allergic. No, in return, you may be a little deficient in a B12. For the vitamin D, you could be having some bone pain, some muscle aches. I'm always in pain. Your heartbeat may be a little irregular. So just to give you just some examples of some of these things that we may be contributing to something else, or we've claimed some dis-ease. They may just be that you need to have this nutrient. And then right now during cold and flu, all of us should be on a vitamin C. We should be helping our immune system out. But some of the things that you may experience when you are low in vitamin C would be that your gums are bleeding, or you're bruising. A lot of people, when they bruise, they say, "Oh, my iron might be low. I'm bruising. I'm not healing well." But it takes vitamin C to help that iron absorb and get to where it needs to go. A lot of us can't see at night. I'm one of them. I'm a lot of us. And that's a deficiency of vitamin A. So the list goes on and on. And again, we can talk about it more, but just being mindful that if you are putting your body in the right environment, again, I'll say it over, you can heal. You can activate these innate healing properties. But if your body is compromised and you're having to take pharmaceuticals, and you're taking something over the counter, such as, as like Tylenol or something like that. Look, you see how busy I am, Pastor? Like this calendar. So if you're taking something like that, then these things deplete, the nutrients, because a lot of these pharmaceuticals and the supplements try to find the same pathway. So it's like, may the best man win. It's like the turtle and the rabbit over here. So one of them's going to make it to that pathway first. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to utilize the other one. A lot of these things have a long half-life. And so you want to stop certain things. So say like a B12, if they're like, hey, let me see if you're deficient. Well, B12 has a 15-day half-life. So if you're taking this every single day and you're going to go get some lab work, it may show that you're in a normal range because it takes days and days to wash out of your system. So just be very mindful. Again, I will post that protocol for gout in the chat. And then we'll talk about this a little bit later. But one of the ingredients that's in this protocol, Pastor B has an amazing video for you. So I'm waiting to watch it as well. So, and hello, everybody, if I didn't say that.
Hi, Dr. Dion.
Hey, Dr.
Dr. Dion.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello,
And
Dr. Dion.
you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody, and a lot of us knows the answer to this, and I believe somebody put something in the chat about ulcers. If somebody can type in the chat, you know, what do we use for ulcers? Okay, I can type that in. Okay, and there's a couple of things that you do, but there's one main thing that you can do, and a lot of you probably know the answer to that. So, you know, those that have been taking notes. All right, okay. Now, I just want to.
Huh? Yeah.
All right, don't forget to keep your mic muted and everything. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, so if you like garlic and you're used to using garlic, you understand what garlic does and everything. Here is what I call the Superman of garlic. If you understand the benefits of garlic, you know, we have something that I'm serious that's like 10 times is better. But you need to understand it though, you know, and that's why we're here at Compassionate Healthcare Provider, to understand what we have in, you know, on the website, in our mall, in our treasure chest, you know, in our Atomy health cabinet, you know, from the toothpaste to the supplements to the skincare, all of it is all about health. You know, even the detergents, all about health. But I wanted to show something special on tonight, because we like understanding, we like sharing great information, and we need to take notes on this, okay? And put two and two together. And we'll. Oh, but before I do that, I want to say this. Scarborough, I know you had your hand raised. Was there something that you wanted to share? I didn't want to look over you.
Yes, I was just gonna share a testimony, but you may have that later on. So if that's gonna be later on, I'll wait until then.
Oh, okay? You're gonna share the testimony on the flip side, okay? All right, get ready, get ready, get ready. No, I mean, okay, we'll let you share it on the flip side, okay? All right, okay, awesome. See there, I love it. Showing some love.
Pay attention to is your fats metabolism. Lipids means fats. Many of us have fats in our body, yes? If you don't have, you are not human being. Right? We all have. But some of us have it more than others because you always want more money, more PD, and you also have more fats. All right. So cut down the more when it comes to fats. How do we do that? Something to help you, but help you provide as a supplement. In other words, to support you, not help you, and meanwhile, you will have buffet breakfast, buffet lunch, and buffet dinner. Right? Your lifestyle has got to be managed, and then this supplement will be able to bring out its effect on you because you are cooperating with the purpose of the supplement. So what is that? The pure tea. It is coming up in typical Chinese pronunciation, Mandarin pronunciation. It's called pu'er cha, pu'er tea. But with your typical intonation, it may become a poor tea. So I suggested to the company, don't say poor tea. It will sound like a poor tea. So say it like a pure tea. So it will sound like a pure tea. Pure tea. You won't go too far wrong with that. Now, what exactly is pure tea? You will get very excited about this, because I got very excited about this, because it is a really good steal. A good bargain, in other words. What is that? In a moment's time, from a Chinese premium tea, you go to China, everybody talks about it, but nobody talks about it at this level, because this pure tea is totally different, right? It comes from a good region in a controlled production, including fermentation, which may or may not happen. The traditional pure tea, and they are pu'er tea in China, pronounced as poor. And then from now on, Atomy pure tea will make it pu'er tea. All right? In compared to the actual China-based pu'er tea. If you understand what I mean, it's going to become poorer. All right? They ferment the products. The longer it is, the more expensive it is. Have you seen those pu'er tea in cake-like packaging, like a piece of cake, and they fermented it for 100 years and all that? Those are very expensive. It can become $1,000 for a miserable 5-inch cake size. All right, a few $1,000. But that is about long fermentation. But in Atomy, the fermentation is enough to allow you to achieve the same benefit of pure tea, able to give you, all right, good quality ingredient. All right. Again, you can see this on the website eventually. There is dry harvesting, fermentation, good extraction, and then powder spraying, spray drying. All right. So I'm sure a lot of you don't understand all these. What's spray drying? What's the industry will understand. You can take it from me. They are very good, clean practices. Okay. Now, the key is the most critical ingredient known as the garlic acid. Garlic acid, not garlic acid. It's not garlic. Just call it garlic. For you, you say garlic acid, because it is a very powerful antioxidant, and one of the purpose of garlic acid really is to use up the fats in your body. How many of you think it's a good news? You're not interested in something that will help you burn the fat? Do you not? We do, right? Something that will burn the fat. The bad news is it will not reduce the number of fat cells. It will reduce the size of each fat cells, but not the number of fat cells. So I'm just giving you the truth and the facts of it all. So it will take a little while. If you have more number of fat cells, then you take a little longer. And you have more number and bigger size of each fat cells, you take even longer. All right, but be patient, because this is a lifestyle that we are talking about, and you can take the pure tea for a long, long time. And once your body understands the mechanics, and your body has memory cells, memory B cells, memory T cells, and memory nerve cells, your body will be able to burn the fats, make use of what is known as lipid metabolism within your body very, very automatically, because of the memory work that goes on when you have a routine in your life. Do you get the idea? All right. So, there you are. The garlic acid is predominantly the bottommost line, lipid peroxidation. Now, that's a scientific term, just to say the burning up of fats. Okay? It is antioxidant, the top of the line, powerful antioxidant, And one of the antioxidation has to do with your fats, the burning up of the fats. So in that sense, a powerful antioxidant because it powerfully reduces the fats of your body. And the fats of your body can be harming you because it restricts health within your body. Give you an example. The little pouch that you have right in the middle of your body is not your muscle. The little pouch in the middle of your body, and the guy says, once upon a time, my muscle was up here. After a while, it dropped there. Okay, but that is not the case. The pouch in the middle of your body literally begins in the front upper portion of your rib cage, goes in and goes past and finish up at the back of your rib cage, forming literally like a kangaroo pouch. And it holds your intestines, your stomachs, all right, and your internal organs. So this pouch is a very necessary collagen-based, all right, but also fat-based material. Okay? Now, when fats gather in that area, the size of those fat cells there increases, and when they increases, it is very hard to reduce the size. So your stomach always is the last part of your body that will lose the size because of the function. So never mind, as you go on using this product and your lifestyle adjustment, you will be able to see it lessening because your lifestyle will force the cell of the fats, the size of that cell, each of them, to come down smaller and smaller. And over time, your stomach will get smaller and smaller. And the good news is your stomach is expandable. Buffet in and buffet out, it gets bigger. Go for a 3-day, 5-day, 7-day, 21 days fasting. Oh, that's a dirty word. Oh. But fasting is very powerful and very good. I haven't seen anybody who fast and died. And I haven't seen anybody who fast and didn't get well. 100% when you fast correctly with the right method, you get well. So you can do semi-fast, you can do periodic fast, you can do full fast, all right? And with your pure tea, you actually will accelerate the result of the fat burning. Okay, that's one option to consider, right? But the key that you should be using the pure tea is basically, all right, for the purpose of improving your fat metabolism, which is one of the main cause of health problems. Now, there are a lot of studies going on regarding the gallic acid. Okay, they are looking at different areas. Some are completed, even colon cancer and so on, not because the gallic acid can cure cancer. No, it's because it will take care of the fat metabolism and the antioxidant, and that indirectly help with the management of cancer, in this case colon cancer, and the various other medical condition that is going on in our body. So very specific. So these are some of the studies that's going on. So I'm telling you the gallic acid receives a lot of attention. Now, this is the steal you are getting. Why pure tea at this price? But I don't know what's the price yet. But I can promise you, based on the Singapore price, it is very, very good. Why? Because if you were to go to the industry and buy gallic acid straight from a supplier, oh, I don't want to waste time with Atomy pure tea, no matter how pure it is. Never mind. I just go straight and take all the gallic acid I can have to have the same effect. Look at what happened. How much is it going to be? It costs, and I have the number there, but I hide it here, okay? You can write an email, you can call the company and say, I want 100 mg of gallic acid, pure gallic acid, 100 mg, and it costs $122 US. I am rich. If you want gallic acid, you buy it from me. You get my point? But in Atomy, what happened? Our gallic acid is 35 mg per sachet. So 4 sachets, you would have made your $122 US. The value, I mean. Right? So some of you get very excited, US $122. No, the value. So this is the reality in the industry. The value of the gallic acid you are taking. So don't underestimate the value of the Atomy products that the chairman with all his heart made available to us, because you want to make sure you have absolute quality at absolute price. On the website, you will now understand the pure tea compared to the regular poor tea. All right? Pure tea, 1 sachet is poor tea, 34 cups. That is the value of the gallic acid. Gallic acid, not the caffeine. Pure tea or poor tea, whatever tea, they have caffeine. All right, so don't think that I'm asking you to take 34 times caffeine. No, I'm not. I'm not asking you to take 34 times water, caffeine, and all the rest of the polyphenols that is in the tea. I'm just saying in Atomy Pure Tea, you are getting the most important ingredient, which is gallic acid, at 34 times than your regular poor tea. That's why it's called poor tea. Got the idea? All right. Now I learned this here. This is the first time I'm saying that. So let's move on. You can put it in the water, not in cold water though. Put it in your regular water and you drink throughout the day if you don't like to drink too much at one go. But you can also put it in hot, warm water and drink it after a heavy meal. That may also help, but it does not help instantly. It helps over time because it doesn't burn instantly. Fat metabolism does not burn immediately. Fat metabolism is not the first choice in your body. Okay? For long energy supply, your body always go for sugar. That's why you always want to eat sugar stuff. For short-term supply, like you're chasing after the jeepney or something like that, chase and you chase and you chase, and by the time you get onto board, then you remember to breathe. You understand? Yeah, when you remember to breathe, that's where you use sugar to metabolize. When you forgot to breathe, that's where you use fat to metabolize. So you realize fat metabolism does not happen in a long time because you never chase the jeepney for a long distance, right? You can only last maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, some of you 2 seconds. And then you straight away, cannot. You understand? So fat metabolism, short burst, right? So don't think that I eat buffet, I drink poor tea, and then straight away, all right, you will be able to burn fat immediately. It is not like that. I'm just saying it's a good warm drink after your meal, and it will start to let the body kick off the natural fat metabolism that is happening over time in your body. Like if you do housework, you need to burn a little bit of fat energy because you never breathe, right? You never think about breathing, right? Now, none of us brush the floor or clean the pots and pans, and none of us do that, right? Yeah, when you never think about breathing, your body kind of use a lot more fat energy, but it will stop the moment it reaches the maximum level, because when you burn fat energy, you have lactic acid. So lactic acids in your body, it's an end result, it will stop you from burning fat energy. So there is a limit. But now we drink the pure tea throughout the pure tea, throughout the length of the time in your day, or you have the habit of drinking it, you let your body acquire the daily use habit. Understand? All right, so that's the context that we're talking about.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.
Awesome. That was awesome. Definitely. That was like eating a piece of cake there, I tell you.
Thank you so much for that. That's moving on up.
Just ate a piece of cake. Yeah. Dr. Dion, did you enjoy that piece of cake?
I love it. And it looks like you can just have your pure tea after the piece of cake and just run it
Right.
off. But
Yeah, and
I do.
I've been doing that and drinking it throughout the day. I
Oh,
make
that's what you
some
got?
and then I drink. Then I drink it throughout the day. I'm trying to make healthy lifestyle choices. I'm serious. Every time y'all see me at this meeting, y'all gonna be wondering like, where those fat cells go?
Uh-oh. Well, that's amazing. Well, for anybody that's on the call that does not have fat cells, just know that that gallic acid, like he was mentioning, has so many other properties. So, like he was saying, anti-cancerous, anti-inflammatory. So it fights cell damage. The antioxidants, of course. It improves your gut health, your heart, your brain, your skin. So if you're having a lot of oxidative stress, it also helps with modulating the immune response, and then inhibits the cancer cell growth. So it's a good pair to put with anything else. If you are using it for fat loss, of course, but if you're somebody that doesn't need it for that, just know that you can use it. It's a powerhouse, and it can be used for other things as well.
And I like that because you know we've always heard here and in other places that these products does so much more, but we got to know about it. And on this program we learn the more and we get the more. You know, isn't that right, Scarborough? What was that testimony that you want to say?
Yes. I just wanted to come on tonight and give a testimony about two things actually. One of them was with my mom because I've asked Dr. Dion to help me with my mom, who's 90 years old, and she has a lot of medical issues going on. And one of the things that we've been really focused on is her kidneys. But I started her on the Him just last week, and she was asked. She finally told me that she sees something that improving that she doesn't know what's going on, and that was she was having a lot of swelling in the bottom of her leg, and so the doctor had her to keep her leg elevated a couple of times throughout the day to keep the swelling down. And so she told me since she started using the Him, she noticed after 3 days that the swelling has gone down. Usually, when she wakes up in the morning, there's a little swelling in her leg. She says, but again, since she's been using it, she has not seen any more swelling in her leg. And so she told me today when I spoke with her this afternoon, she says, the Him is doing something because I'm not having the swelling in my leg that I used to have anymore. And so I just told her, I said, well, she said, so I'm going to keep on taking it. And I said, yes, I need you to keep taking it. So that was the testimony I wanted to share about my mom. And then I had my own personal testimony because I got burned with some coals on my leg. And I thought it was just one spot that the coals hit my leg and didn't realize it. And I was out of the country when it happened. And when I got back home, I just put some, I didn't really pay much attention to it because I didn't have much pain in it. But I saw I saw one of them start bruising and pussing. So I immediately referred to my toothpaste because I didn't have anything else. So I put the toothpaste on it and it took all the pain out of it. And I got up the next morning, I took a shower, forgot all about my leg. And I messed around and bust all the pus open on and didn't realize I had more than one pus on my leg. I had four. So all four of them, I burst them. When I was taking a shower, I didn't realize it until I went to go put lotion on my leg. And so I was like, well, it's not really bothering me, but I don't like the fact that I bust those open like that. But so I'm just gonna put the toothpaste on it. And actually, I looked at my leg a couple of days later because I just don't pay any attention to the area because it doesn't bother me anymore, and noticed that it's actually healed itself. And the skin coloring, because it was a little pink, is now brown. And so I just wanted to share those two testimonies of the toothpaste on myself and the Him on my mom. Thank you.
Get that brown skin back. Indeed. Brown skin. That's awesome. That's awesome. Definitely. You know, hey, we got to do like Carol do. You know, she can go out of the country. She taking that toothpaste with her, the big tube. She can.
Yeah,
So
Carol
if
is on
anything, yes, indeed. She go to the grocery store. She got that toothpaste somewhere. Just like now, Dr. Kennedy, she had a hem on him on her. You know, that's why she's able to whip it out with people. She got that hem on him. That is awesome. Definitely awesome. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for sharing this morning. I tell you, and we got a whole lot more from Dr. Kennedy, you know. So let's say thank you, Dr. Kennedy, on this evening. And what she shared so much, a boatload. And
Thank you,
she
Dr.
hits.
Kennedy, so much. That was great. A lot. Great. A lot of great.
Mm-hmm. And she hit some things that, you know, that touched some people on this evening, you know. And hey, love the way, you know, Dr. Dion, you know, just piggybacks off things and really reveals even more. Definitely, even more. Yeah. And always remember, hey, if you have seniors in their 80s and their 90s, 101, hey, they need Atomy too. You know, I know somebody else that's in their 90s, around 95, 96, something like that. I'm serious. They are using a boatload of Atomy products, indeed. But it makes a difference no matter what age that you are. Okay? All right. So everybody, it's 9 o'clock. We're gonna get ready to say goodnight at this time. Hey, you know, we love y'all. That's why we're here. That's why we share. That's why we support. Indeed. Definitely. So I'm going to say good night, John Girl. You can unmute your mic and say good night, okay?
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night,
God bless.
everyone.
God